Welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone who's here is joined us today. Commissioner Heather French Henry and members of the Traveling Tribute Vietnam War Wall Committee. You all have really been working hard on this project, this remarkable project. Jack Mattingly, James Belmont with the Veterans Administration, Doug Morgan, Donnie Spickard from Home Depot, which is sponsoring this event, and from our police department, Lieutenant Andrew Doherty. Thank you all for being here. Thanks to all of you and to the Kentucky Horse Park for making this day possible. The city welcomes the opportunity to be a partner in this project that's being sponsored by the Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs. And we are so glad, we are so honored that Commissioner Henry has joined us today for an exciting announcement. She is doing such a remarkable job in this role of representing veterans and of representing history, our wounded and the fallen heroes of freedom. So thank you, Commissioner. Thank you for being here with us.
It's a pleasure. Oh, thank you. Well, it's a pleasure to see everyone here today. I would like to thank you for coming out for this opportunity for remembrance and for healing. And thank you, Mayor, for being a part of this wonderful effort. We couldn't do it without the City of Lexington, so thank you for your leadership and your guidance, certainly. The Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs, through a grant from the Veterans Program Trust Fund, is proud to be able to present to you the AVTT Traveling Vietnam Wall at the Kentucky Horse Park on July 9th through the 12th. This wall is the largest of all of the mobile walls, which means you will have an opportunity to actually get a rubbing of the name of your loved one, of your friends who are on the wall, just like you would at the Vietnam Memorial in Washington, D.C. So I want to thank a lot of groups for making this a reality. Our staff at the Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs, the Lexington VA Medical Center with Mr. Belmont and his crew, Vietnam Veterans of America represented today by Jack Mattingly, the Vietnam Veterans Motorcycle Club, the Lexington Metro Police, who are here with Lieutenant Dougherty, the City of Lexington Mayor. Your staff has been outstanding to work with Susan Straub, who's on our committee. We also have the Kentucky National Guard, who will be providing a tent and sandbags. There's all types of intricacies that go into bringing this wall in, and sandbags are even part of that we have to get. The Kentucky Horse Park has just bent over backwards in trying to facilitate everything that we need. When you bring in a wall of this size and this caliber, you need about 2 soccer fields worth of space. And so we're proud to be able to announce that the wall will be located at the Kentucky Horse Park by the All-Tech Arena and the soccer fields that are right in front of the All-Tech Arena. So it's going to be a very prominent place that will be well seen and visible from the highway. And we'll have some large flags, so if people haven't seen it, they will see it certainly as they drive by. Also, the Kentucky Military History Museum, who is playing a very interesting part. Flags for Vets, who will be having a flag memorial field that will honor all of our Kentucky fallen heroes who are on the wall. And the UK Student Veterans Organization, who will be pulling the all-night volunteer shift because they're a little younger than all of us. So we thought they would be good with that. We have wonderful sponsors that we could not do this without. All-Tech, of course, has stepped up to the plate. Bryant's Rental, Embassy Suites, Marriott Griffin Gate, Home Depot, Donnie, of who is here in his orange. Home Depot never says no, and they're going to be providing a lot of support structure for us. The American Legion, we have the Fayette County Sheriff's Office, and the Lexington Fire Department, just to name a few. Again, it takes an entire village to bring this in. Bringing the AVTT Traveling Vietnam Wall to the Kentucky Horse Park is important for many reasons. KDVA, as well as many of our committee members, are partners in the 50th Vietnam commemoration to commemorate the beginning and the end of the Vietnam War. It also speaks to our role for remembering women veterans. There are 8 women who are on the wall, and as a part of our Kentucky Women Veteran Unite 2015 campaign, we will be honoring the women on that wall because it's important that we pay tribute to them, because in all of my wall experiences, whether it's one of the mobile walls or whether in DC, the women are rarely given due appearance in speeches and being notified on that wall, so we're going to be able to do that for them. Also, it gives us the opportunity to create conversation about sacrifice and service. You know, as the daughter of a Vietnam veteran, my dad was wounded December 27th, 1967, and one of his best friends is on panel 40E, Charlie Smith from Louisville, Kentucky. When my dad was medevaced out, Charlie went on to fight 2 more battles before he met his fate. And so every panel, every name on that wall is important to a family, to a loved one, and it is our American duty to make sure we remember their sacrifice and their service. It's personal to me, it's personal to those of us who are involved, and we want to make sure that everyone in this area understands that paying remembrance to sacrifice and service should be personal to them as well. I always say that community in the Webster's Dictionary means joint ownership, and this is the time for us to be able to take ownership in remembering that sacrifice and service. The wall will be arriving on July 8th, so they'll be escorted in grand fashion as usual with a lot of wonderful motorcycles. Many veteran motorcycle organizations and the Fayette County Sheriff's Department are going to be responsible for bringing the wall in. So if you're riding on the highway at that time, you're going to see quite a display and a convoy of bringing that wall in. We'll be putting the wall together. It'll take volunteers to help put that wall together. I've never been involved in helping to do that, so this will be a great experience for me as a way to say thank you to Charlie's family. The traveling wall will officially open on July 9th at 12 p.m. and be open 24 hours a day until July 12th at 3 p.m. So if you choose to want to come during the quiet hours in the middle of the night, the park will be open for you to do so, and that's important. Admission and parking will be free. All you have to do is state at the main gate at the Kentucky Horse Park that you're there to visit the traveling Vietnam Wall, and they will let you through, and they will guide you toward the Alltech Arena, where you will have parking, and we'll have lots of volunteers. If you need assistance getting to the wall, we have road access that will go right from parking to the wall. So we want to make sure that everyone has the right and the ability to be able to visit and touch the wall. So on July 10th, we have an official opening ceremony at 10 a.m. that features Governor Beshear and General Dan Cherry, a Vietnam veteran fighter pilot who wrote a book called My Enemy, My Friend, an amazing story of healing. We will also have from the National Commemoration Committee, General Jackson, who will be here to talk about what it means to be part of the 50th commemoration of Vietnam. Then at 9 p.m., we'll have a candlelight ceremony that the Vietnam Veterans of America will be hosting, which should be quite moving at 9 p.m. July 11th, again, it's open all day, 24 hours a day. At 5 p.m., then we will have a Women Veterans Remembered service, talking about the 8 women who are on the wall and the role that women played during Vietnam and the Vietnam era. At 9 p.m., we will have another candlelight ceremony that will be hosted by KDVA. And again, all of these events are open and free to the public, certainly to be a part of in the way that you choose to be a part of them. July 12th, it'll be open till 3 p.m. So 3 p.m. is when we officially have to start taking down the wall. But at 9 a.m., there's a Sunday service that you can partake in at the wall. It's a non-denominational Sunday service, and that should be quite lovely at 9 a.m. 12 p.m. is our official closing ceremony, and the Vietnam Veterans Motorcycle Club is going to be organizing that. So if you ride a motorcycle and you support veterans, you don't have to be a veteran to partake in this, certainly, but you're going to have a lot of brothers and sisters who are going to be at that wall at 12 p.m. for the official closing ceremony. We have a locator table. If you come out, you want to find a name, we'll be able to find that name on that panel, on that line, so you too can visit those names that are precious to you. We're also mindful that many people may choose to come and leave items at the wall. If you've been to the wall in Washington, D.C., people choose to bring items of remembrance to say thank you, certainly, and you're able to do that. The Kentucky Military History Museum will be collecting all of those unique items and archiving those for our purpose at the Kentucky Military History Museum. We thank them certainly for that. So we're honored to have so many wonderful partners. Again, we could not do this. Anyone who's been a part of bringing a wall in knows how large of a project this is, but it's our way to be able to bring the conversation of sacrifice and service to the Lexington community and the city's in the surrounding area. So we are honored to be able to do our part from the Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs in making sure that the message of patriotism survives. And we can officially welcome home some of the brothers and sisters that will be coming to the wall, and we can officially say thank you to those names who are on the wall. So thank you all for being here today. Mayor?
Don't run off. Commissioner, you always do a remarkable job, and we all know that this is a wonderful and extraordinary opportunity to remember. As a city, we are honored that we can have this chance to acknowledge veterans, those wounded and fallen, especially in the Vietnam conflict.